real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Brianna Barrett says the defendant is her brother, and they used to be extremely close. But she claims his wife, the co-defendant, has driven a wedge between them. Brianna says she and her brother hardly talk anymore, and she's suing them today for a cell phone bill. Defendants Richard Lewis and his wife Ashley admit that Richard and Brianna used to be close. However, Richard thinks Brianna is resentful because after a domestic violence issue with Ashley, he and Ashley got back together, and they deny owing Brianna for a cell phone bill.
Tell me what's happening.
Your Honor, defendant is my brother and sister-in-law. I love my brother very much, and and I used to do everything for him and for them, and I feel like that's what I have to do, take care of him and my family, and I love him, and I just feel like his wife has kind of driven a wedge between us that we no longer see each other anymore like we used to. He doesn't come over anymore. He doesn't call. I don't see him as much as I used to. I used to see him like every day. I used to talk to him every day. We don't talk anymore at all. When's
the last time you talked to him?
A few months ago.
So you do talk.
Well, it was just regarding the cell phone bill that I have.
That was a disagreement. How often would you talk prior to the disagreement?
Oh, we would talk all the time, almost every day.
Prior to the disagreement?
Yeah.
But after they got married?
Well, we used to talk after they got married. We used to see each other every day, at least, after he got married.
How often did you talk to him before he got married?
All the time.
So nothing changed. You sitting up here crying and talk about we don't do what we used to do. His wife became a wedge because I used to talk to him all the time and now I don't. I used to see him all the time and now I don't. You talk to him every day. And that's good. He's good, to be honest, because most people get married, they don't do the same thing. They don't talk to the same people every day. Most people get married, their wife are talking them to death already. All right, I got your point, though. You believe she has created a wedge. Tell me why again, other than not talking every day. Is it this phone bill that you're suing about? Is that why you think she caused the wedge? Because she had some influence in this phone bill situation?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll go with that. All right, but before the cell phone, doesn't sound like you all had a problem. You were still talking every day. Woo, he had to do some listening. All right. Wife over here talk. And you over here talk. All righty. Why don't you tell me about your relationship with your sister and what may have interfered with it, if anything, before we get to the phone bill?
All right, so basically, Your Honor, me and my sister, we've been good for a long time. We've been good for years. You know, we've always been close. She's just upset with me. We had an altercation, me and my wife, in November of 2011. I went to jail over the weekend for like 3 days. And when I got out...
For woman beating?
No.
Oh.
It was just an altercation, domestic violence thing.
I know.
So,
verbally or physically?
It was verbally. We shoved each other. So
you shoved each other?
Yeah, the man goes to jail. So.
You're the only one who went to jail, though.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're the only one who did the shoving, but nonetheless, you were there 3 nights, 72-hour holding period, perhaps?
Just over the weekend, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So when I got out, we decided to work things out. You know, it's my wife. We got kids, and you know, my sister, she's not on board with that. She's not happy with that. She didn't like that, you know, animosity maybe towards my wife a little bit. I'm not exactly sure, but, you know, we've always been close, done stuff together, my kids. We've gone over barbecues, you know, just all sorts of things with the family and everything. And just now kind of over the cell phone and me getting back with my wife, you know, that's, I guess, created animosity. She's not happy, so the cell phone was shut off, you know.
All right, let's get to the cell phone bill you're suing him for. How did this come about?
On October 17th, 2009, I had given my cell phone account to my brother and his wife because they didn't have a cell phone. Everything was going very well for the first couple years while they had it, paying everything on time. A few months ago, I had found out from Richard that the bills weren't being paid on the cell phones. We had an altercation between us. We started arguing, and there were some very graphic text messages that were involved, and I have those if you'd like to see those.
And this was over the phone bill?
Yes, sir.
What was the disagreement?
Just arguing over the not paying the cell phone bills. They weren't,
I know, but what months and the exact amount?
for her cell phone, or
For
sorry,
whomever you're suing. You're suing both of them.
Yes.
So,
For the
however you came to the conclusion that they owe you $982,
Yes.
what is the disagreement? They obviously don't believe they owe $982. So, what is the disagreement in the amounts?
they didn't. They only made the 4 out of 21 payments.
Okay.
The cell phone.
So you have
itself,
17 payments that they failed to make? All right,
It
do
was-
you have those?
Yes.
And may I say something, Your Honor?
Yes.
See, the total amount of the phone was like $330 roughly. When she went in and got the phone, she made like a $90 down payment on the phone.
All right, so did you miss 17 payments?
Technically, I suppose yes. However, in November of 2011, she told me I needed to go get a new phone because she didn't want me on her line anymore.
Yeah, because you don't pay your bill.
It was paid up
It
till
was-
then.
Yeah, it was paid up.
Do you have the month spelled out anywhere?
Wait, I don't have.
You wanted to stand up and say something? State your name.
Paul Garcia.
What do you want to tell me?
Well, we came from the 920.
No.
I'm sorry. The $982 was for the cell phone bills months that they missed, which came to a balance of $297.54.
What months were those?
Those were 11/11 and 12/11.
Okay.
And then there's a $416
Right.
cancellation fee for both lines. So it's $208
And it was canceled because she wouldn't pay her
because they
bill?
refused to pay.
No,
We have
Did you
very
refuse to
no,
pay?
no.
She-
She shut my phone off. She told me I need to go get.
But you were delinquent.
No,
we
I
paid-
had my payment up.
She was up to date on the bill?
No, sir.
No.
What month did you have the phone shut off?
November.
When is the
When
last
we-
month you paid?
November.
Show me something that shows when it was shut off. When you had the phone cut off for non-payment.
Not that.
I guess we don't have that.
Why were the phones shut off?
It was shut off because he went to jail. Mine got shut off because he went to
For
jail.
failure to pay.
No, because she was mad at me because he went to jail. So at the end of the month, she told me, you need to go get your own line. I don't want you on my line anymore. She gave my phone. She told me to give it to Richard. I gave it to him. The T-Mobile phone, she still has. I gave it back to her. She gave it to somebody else.
I was with her when she went with the person, gave them the phone, put it in their name, everything. They had the phone for a month. They used the phone.
What do you admit to owing on this?
Like
$115 for
What
my
does
phone
that
bill.
account for?
My usage bill. I never signed a contract.
What
She just
time?
gave me this.
I'm not asking you about a contract.
Okay.
Your usage from what month?
It was $115. That's
It was just
month?
November. It
Just
was
November's bill. $115 for my phone.
And why do you say he owes more?
When I called and talked to T-Mobile, they said that there was 2 months behind, which totaled out to $298.
And that was what?
big phone
Which
bill.
2 months?
November 11th and December 11th is what they owed $298 for the 2 months, is what they told me that was due on there.
All right, and it's the cancellation charge that we're not clear on. You're suggesting that it was because they were delinquent. She says it was because you had it cut off voluntarily.
Yeah.
All right, and no one can show me where it was delinquent.
I don't have the exact date.
And that's
but-
your burden. It's your burden
I
to
have-
prove that it was
yeah.
delinquent, ma'am. Anything else? You say you wanted me to read
I
something?
really just have some text, some very graphic text messages stating there
Do
might
any
be.
of them say we'll pay you?
Not really, but there's
Do
one.
you ask for your money?
It kind of states that.
No. Do you ask for your money? And among all these texts, how many pages? How many pages?
Yes, I do actually. I have it down here. It's highlighted if you want
And
to.
what do they say back?
It's a well. They didn't respond.
respond.
But I told them. I told them at the time. I said.
Did you keep asking them?
Yes.
Yes.
And then
We called and
they
left
keep
them a
not
message and
responding.
they
No, I'm
never-
talking about on the text. You didn't say, what you got to say about this money I'm asking
They
you
didn't,
about?
They didn't respond.
They didn't respond to us at all.
I stated here, I told
Let
them
me
that
see. They obviously don't believe they owe $982, so that's why they probably didn't respond.
on the back page, the highlighted part is what.
I left you a message. I blocked your number, so you can't contact me. This is you?
No, this was her phone number because they.
So call Paul or Mom. If she wanted to pay you, she couldn't. But I'm taking you guys to small claims court because you didn't pay your cell phone bill. It's over $900 to shut them all off. I have the paperwork from T-Mobile if you need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see where it was late.
The reason why-
I need to see the phone number she had showing that it was late at any point.
The reason why we blocked.
On that first page.
The reason why we blocked her number from them, if you read the first couple text messages.
Nope.
They're pretty graphic.
I'm gonna read you the way to the door. You have not one piece of evidence to prove they were late. Not one. She says they weren't late. She says you canceled it because you didn't like something about her. And you made that clear in your first 30 seconds.
He actually had given the phone to a family friend, and she took the phone for a month. But I have the
A
paper
statement stating that she paid him money. but they never-
$115 is your judgment. You have no evidence that it was cut off because of non-payment. Therefore, I'll grant what they believe and agree they owe $115. Have a good day.